Good morning. It is Selection Sunday, March 15th, 2026. There's 88 days left until the World Cup. You're watching Rate Game Live. My name is Nick Mark George, and this is how we do it. We have things to talk about in the world of sports because you, the sports fans, rated the games. So, without further ado, we'll get right into it because we have a lot of things to cover today. Checking in on the road to 1 million. So, if you're new here, road to 1 million, we are going to be tracking every single day how many ratings from the day before. So, it's basically some stats, right? How many ratings did we log yesterday as a community, as a sports community on our road to that big, juicy 1 million number? Yesterday, I think was an all-timer because we had 61 games across 5 leagues. So again, it was very, I would say thick and juicy in terms of the action. Lots of leagues in action, lots of games to be played. But look at the ratings, folks. 1,267 ratings outside of March Madness, and I think a couple of days in December for college football. That's got to be up there with one of the busiest days of all time. We know for a fact that we set a record yesterday with the most individual raters of all time, 517. And so this makes sense. That's a 7.5 out of 10. Were the sports good? Markedly so. Yes, they were. And I'm glitching a little bit, but it's okay. We keep it moving. We keep it rolling because it's live. There's no take backsies. You just got to keep going. All right. So next segment, we have college. College, lots of buzzer beaters. We're in conference play. We're in the championship round. Yesterday was pretty much championships across the board, save for the Big Ten. The Big Ten is today. That's Michigan and I believe Wisco. Later this evening, that's actually the last game that we have before Selection Sunday. So what happened yesterday? Well, it was just absolute chaos. If Friday was any preview, then Saturday was just the follow-on, was just the main course. Leading us off with the top-rated game, we go to Dayton, Ohio, where we had the Flyers versus the Billikens, the St. Louis Billikens, who are my dark horse, my Cinderella. Unfortunately, it seems like I think they'll make it, but after this chaos that unfolded yesterday, it's going to be anybody's guess. And if what we've just seen over the last 48 hours is any preview, this year's March Madness is going to be an all-timer. So let's go to the tape. Why is this a 9.3? We're going to show you exactly. Here we go.
Connor looking in. They're looking for Durkak underneath. He didn't get there. And now Bennett. Bennett will drive it. Bennett goes
oh my God, what a block.
Jones with the rebound. Extra pass to Connor for 3. Yes! Oh, 14 seconds left to play.
They got a timeout, Tom.
I love the announcer.
9 seconds. Avila from the middle.
That's my guy. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Durkak across midcourt. High stepping. 3 seconds left. Goes up. Sweeps. It's tipped. It's good. It's good.
That's a 9.3 right there. Then we'll go back to number 2. Oh, sorry. I'm going to keep this with college basketball for now because we are going to talk about that Laker game, but I just want to keep it in the college basketball world. All right, so number 2, we have Michigan. Okay, so the Big Ten champion is not Michigan versus Wisco because Michigan beat Wisco in this game. So I think it might be Michigan-Purdue, actually. Shout out Joyce if you're watching, which you're definitely not, but Joyce Zhang is she was like our coder extraordinaire and our current Purdue student who works on the Rate Game team, who helps as part of the team. And I saw her rating the Purdue game yesterday. That means that there's a championship game today. But how did Michigan get to the championship? Well, let's take a look.
To the box with a touch, or Cadeau trying to finish on his own. 10 seconds left. Laura gets a touch. Swing it outside Johnson. 6 seconds left. Cadeau, little shake and bake, winding down. Linda board. Oh yeah! Wow. 3 tenths on the clock. The Big Ten Player of the Year.
Iron Eagle is unbelievable. Him and Rafferty, I think, is the best duo going for March Madness. I'm so excited to hear those two. You can just hear the joy in calling it. It just flows. It just flows. They're just so in it. All right, so that's your number 2. That's your number 2 rated game. So 2 buzzer beaters, right? This next one, go back here. That's a 9-1. 78 fans rated that one. This next one's also a 9-1. 13 fans. Tie goes to the most rated always. That's how we do it here. That's kind of the hierarchy. This next one is not a buzzer beater, but kind of the opposite. So we show you both outcomes here. We show you the buzzer beaters, and then we show you the ones that don't beat the buzzer.
For Linhart. A screen from Davis. He rolls, puts it up for Davis. He missed the dunk. CBU says save the last dance for me.
He's going right into the crowd. Look at them. Look at the students.
Wins the
heartbreak.
Championship to go to the tournament.
Oh, look at
first
that.
time in program history.
First time in program history. Heartbreak. Dreams made. This is March, folks. This is March. So 9s across the board. We go from a 9-3 to 2 9-1s. Just an absolute incredible day in college basketball and Selection Sundays tonight. I'm excited. We made it. Moving on to the NBA. All right. So I think we saw it last. Here they are. Here it is. Okay. So this game, 9.3, you have the Lakers and the Nuggets. No LeBron James in this game, but the narrative for this Laker team is that with Austin Reeves and Luca on the floor and LeBron James sitting out, as he's done a lot this season, the Lakers are a better team. The Lakers are a better team without LeBron, is what the folks are saying. LeBron at 41 years old could actually be hurting the youth of the Lakers. And if this game was any evidence, I think that narrative is definitely worthy of consideration. And here's why.
Reeves hits it off, gets it back. Reeves on the drive, he puts it up. It's good! It's good! Ties the game with 1.9 remaining. No timeouts for Denver. Oh, what a play from Reeves. Nuggets with a chance. Ball caught.
This almost goes in.
At the buzzer.
That would have been the
Overtime
craziest shot.
here in LA.
All right, so you have Austin Reeves, and now you have.
Wow, he missed the buzzer by a second.
He missed it, yeah. So you have Austin Reeves, right? AR-15 sending it to overtime.
Brown. They're going to hold it for the final shot and try and win it here in overtime.
Now you have Luca.
Spencer Jones on him. Here's the double. Doncic on the drive. Step back. Puts it up. Puts it in with 0.5 of a second remaining.
So the youth movement is alive and well in Los Angeles. They ended up winning that game by 2. There's going to be 2 top teams in the Western Conference playoffs. That's a 9-3. Just an incredible basketball right now. Just incredible basketball. Somebody wrote Lakers win as a trivia. I don't know if that's a trivia, but wow, this guy's really, really. Oh, he was there. That's why. That's amazing. Wow. Best game of the year. Yeah. I mean, good on you, Mr. Hockey Leafs. That's an incredible game to go to. Bunch of Laker fans. We'll throw some likes in the chat, man. This was an incredible game. Luka Magic, 10s. Awesome. See the breakdown. One Nuggets fan. Respect. Not showing up there, but Awesome. All right. So that's your top rated NBA game. Going back to. Oh, we're moving on. Yeah, because what do we have next? Oh, yes. Okay. Now to the World Baseball Classic, which is somewhere in here. I want to pull it up for us. Yes. Okay. So we had the other quarterfinal game yesterday. Two of them, actually, but this. Okay. My producer says this is a better view for us. So we're going to go with it. So this was the other quarterfinal in the World Baseball Classic. Yesterday we had the reigning champion Japanese squad led by Godzilla himself, Shohei Otani. And then you had the Venezuelans who are just playing out of their minds right now. They're playing some of the most inspired baseball that you will see. And this game was a testament to that because you had what I'll say is the most cinematic bat flip I've ever seen in my life. It's not even a bat flip. This man, Wyler Abreu, just makes a projectile out of this bat with a 3-run shot to take the lead in the 6th. Let's take a look. Watch that. It's gonna make it smaller. Do it again. Look at him. Watch him round the bases. Look at how juiced up he is. Look at him. That's just like pure euphoria. It just doesn't get better than that, folks. So that's what I mean when I say that these countries are just they're just on another level right now. They're on another atmosphere. They're playing a different game, and it just matters more to them. So we're playing the Dominican Republic tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if we just got waxed. I will say Paul Skeens is on the mound, so maybe he has other plans. But watching that, it just like these guys are playing for more than just themselves. They're playing for their country, and they seem to be extremely inspired. It's almost like do or die with every at bat. It's just insane, the level of emotion and passion. And I just don't think that the USA is there. I don't know. I don't even know if we can get there because it just doesn't seem like it matters as much to us. Feels like we're almost like jaded in some way. But yeah, I love watching this because you can, it's almost like through osmosis, you get that feeling as well. All right. So that was the World Baseball Classic. We'll go back to the yeah, but my thing is gone. There it is. All right. That's an 8-9, 18 fans. Yeah. RIP to Shohei and the Japanese. No repeat for them. We have nearly a decade of wins for Japan snapped with that game last night. Venezuela is absolutely electric. Absolute cinema. Very excited to see. So it's going to be Venezuela versus Italy. Wow. Venezuela versus Italy on Monday, tomorrow night. And then you got USA versus Dominican Republic tonight. Paul Skeens. Unbelievable. All right. So we are at the how are we doing on time, producer?
Good. Almost like 15-minute mark.
Very good. All right. So wanted to now pivot to the Rate Game's first annual March Madness Pick'em Challenge. So near and dear to our hearts here at Rate Game HQ is March Madness because this will be the third coming up on the third time that we are going to have March. We're not turning 3 though. We're turning 2.
Oh, I mean, when you turn 30, when you turn an age, it's the start of the year. It's the start of our third year.
Yeah, but would you say that the first March Madness would be our birthday?
We're turning 3.
We're turning 3? We're in our third year. We're coming into our third year. We're closing the right. You're closing the door on year 2 and you're starting year 3. But
we're turning 2.
You're celebrating that you made it to 2, and then you're starting your third year.
1.
We turned 1 last year. It's
Now
our
we're
first.
turning 2.
Yeah, it's our second birthday. It's RateGame's second birthday. This coming week on Thursday is the official. Actually, Tuesday is the official birthday because it always starts on the first 4, which is why for this year it's the first annual March Madness Pick'em. First annual March Madness Pick'em challenge is this year, and very excited because it is going to be a little different than what everybody usually does for March Madness, and that's fill out a bracket. Now, I love me some brackets. I always participate. They're very fun. I actually have a pretty good track record. I've won the March Madness bracket a couple times in a row. I went on a little bit of a streak there. But I will say the one frustrating thing about the brackets is if you lose, let's say like 2 out of your 3 or 3 out of your 4 Final Four teams before the Sweet 16, you kind of are just like on the sidelines and you get eliminated quite quickly. There's not really an opportunity for you to come back. And even if like you pick the winner. So that's the purpose of the Pick'em. The Pick'em is designed to keep everybody involved in every single round. The only catches, and we're going to move heaven and earth to make sure that everybody gets the alerts, is that you just have to participate. You have to pick the games. You can't miss a day. You can't really even miss a game. If you miss a game, you miss out on getting a point. So the way that this is going to work, and I'll now show you the layout, is, and this is on the web, but it's optimized for mobile too. But basically you can see here, you'll get your own little leaderboard and your own little tracker. And for every round, you're responsible for just picking. And I'll show you what this looks like literally right here. Refresh this actually, because I think those are, here we go. So you pick, right? You literally just one little click or one little tap, and you just decide who you think is going to win the game. So for the first 4 on Tuesday, we're going to be picking 2 winners. And then on Wednesday, we're going to do that again, 2 winners. And then on Thursday, you're responsible for the first of 16. So Thursday and Friday make up round 1. You see the 32 on the right here, over here. That's between the 2 days heading into the weekend. Then Saturday, Sunday is where round 2 goes down. You're responsible to pick 16. So looking at this, just doing a quick tally here, my math isn't that great, but 52 games. You got to pick the winner for 52 games between Tuesday and Sunday. 52 games, which you can do, and we'll help you. We're going to send out notifications. We're going to be on top of it because we want everybody to participate. What did we say the goal was? We want to get 1,000 people in this pick'em, and all the creators from RateGame will be there. Your favorite creators will be on, so you get to compete against them. I'll be doing it. My producer will be doing it. Speaking of which, and in the spirit of the pick'em, because it is Oscar Sunday, I'll throw up the old banner there. Nice. We got our 2026 Oscar picks, which nobody asked for, but you know what? That's too bad. Come on in. Joining me on set is none other than
RateGame Live's executive producer.
Woo! How you doing?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for producing.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Episode number 4, and we got you on camera. I thought it was going to take a lot longer than this, so I'm excited.
All right, so
what are we doing here?
We're doing the Oscars Pick'em. It's no surprise. We created a sports app that is essentially the letterbox for sports.
That's right.
So we like movies, and Oscar season is a good one for us. We're usually catching up on all the good movies and docs and.
Well, what do we actually do?
Well, we create a little challenge ourselves.
Okay, and what do we do?
we pick our winners.
Well, we make it a point to watch. We basically, once the noms come out, it's basically a furious watch party. So we like kind of go down the list and we say, okay, like which ones have we seen? Which ones have we not seen? And then from, I would say December or no, I don't think they come out until January.
Yeah.
Whenever they drop to Oscar Sunday, which is tonight, we make sure that we're, watching and we have our favorites and our picks. We can, basically say, yeah, they got it right, or no, we don't agree.
All right. So let's pull up our picks.
Let's pull up our picks.
And if anyone watches this and has opinions on the movies and our picks or what they think, I'd love to know what people are thinking. So leave a comment with your best picture, best director, whatever your thoughts are. I'd love to know.
Our producer is going for engagement. All right. So how do I do this now?
Okay.
Do I do that?
Yeah. The first one. Nope. Here we go.
Oh, very cool. All right. I'm gonna zoom in on this. All right. So I
think it's fine the way it is.
You
Looks
think
good.
so?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's perfect. Zoom it the way you had it.
Sorry.
Okay. Nick is our talent. So
yeah. Got to be gentle.
Here we
with
go.
Me.
That's perfect. You can see everything.
Okay.
Best picture.
I think by and large, we had the same opinions here, and we felt the same way. One Battle After Another, I think, was the movie of the year.
One Battle After Another for me. I laughed so much in the theater.
She did.
And the people around me were also laughing in the theater. And it's just such a rare experience. Comedy and nailing that comedy.
You think comedy's tough these days?
I think comedy is tough. And I think comedy it takes an extremely intelligent writer to come up with good comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And it also takes an extremely good actor to land that joke, to land that comedy. And so I had to go with Leo DiCaprio because I felt like for Best Actor, I felt like he really nailed the writing and nailed that humor along with his castmates. So Best Supporting Actor for me.
Leo didn't write it.
Well, no, he nailed the lines.
Oh, he nailed his script.
As an actor, he nailed the script.
He acted the crap out of it.
Yeah, he acted the crap out of it. And
Leo
did Sean
I
Penn.
think Leo is funnier than people realize, man. He's really funny.
He's so funny.
In that other one with Brad Pitt that everybody, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so funny. Like him and Brad Pitt are hilarious as a 1-2 duo. And then him and Benicio del Toro, man.
Benicio del Toro. I wanted to pick him for Best Supporting Actor.
He steals the show, but guess what?
But
Sean Penn's even better.
Lockjaw. I mean, that character was. I was walking out of
Sean Penn acting in that.
Yeah, yeah, right. And the rendezvous points. It was just a joke that they were beating down. They kept doing it, and it was so funny. And the audience was in on the joke because of how well Leo acted it.
Yeah.
So, it's just for me, One Battle After Another takes the cake.
You didn't like the chase scene at the end, though. That got her a little nervous.
Well, the hills.
That was awesome. I loved it.
I literally was like this.
And who was in with us? Who watched it with us?
We had a very
I didn't see
very great actor. He walked in.
Unconfirmed.
We were in London. It was my first time in London, and we went to one of the most amazing movie theaters I've ever been.
Mr. Hungry Man.
Something I can't remember. Yeah, you're on it though. Something like that. I can't remember the exact name,
Mr.
but it's
Everyman or something.
Everyman or something.
Something like
amazing.
That.
One of the best movie theaters I've ever
seen.
It's
like a chain,
ever been to.
Yeah.
And in walks in Eddie Redmayne with his wife, and I glanced at him. He sat right behind us.
I'm not sure if this happened, but
oh yeah,
I couldn't.
I also saw Jacob Elordi in Central Park eating ice cream.
He sees people. I can't.
I see celebrities all the time.
Reports. Oh yeah.
I never go up to them. Anyway, so Eddie Raymond walks up and with his wife, they sit right behind us. And I literally just look at Nick and I go, "Do not look." But Eddie Raymond is right behind us. And I said, "Don't." Yeah. So he actually didn't see because I didn't let him.
I was polite. I didn't want to blow up the guy's spot.
But he was giggling. He was giggling with us in One Battle After Another. And I'd love to know what he would pick for Best Picture because that was really up there. So that goes for me. Pauly T for me gets best director for
BTA,
that.
best director, hands down. Look, man, I think this whole thing with like the Safdie bros and Josh and Benny doing like different movies, and they're being like materially like totally like different I would just say like moods or motifs, right? With Marty Supreme, you had just like a classic, I would say Safdie Bros kind of movie, because it felt like Uncut Gems kind of. Like it was kind of like very like suspenseful, anxiety, really good like music and stuff, a lot of like cutscenes. But the one that I'm really disappointed to not see on here was War Machine. It was a tough one with The Rock.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I thought it was so good.
It was incredible.
So amazing. The Rock.
Incredible acting from The Rock.
The Rock was incredible.
That's a shame that
the movie was so good.
Nominated. Yeah, it was incredible.
I thought it was way better than Marty Supreme.
Way better.
And I love Timothée Chalamet.
No, dude, we love
Timmy.
Okay. Dune, the guy
Bones and all.
Incredible movie.
Incredible movie.
Guy's a world-class actor.
World class.
Marty Supreme was
not
a
it.
marketing hack job.
It was a marketing hack job, and it was a bummer because they put the expectations way too high, and you should never do that. You should never do that.
Yeah.
But I will say the whole orange marketing thing,
it's genius.
That should be taught in classes.
Inspired,
that should be
inspo for us.
Yeah, that should really be in school, taught for school. But
it's a classic.
But the movie doesn't make it for me.
Okay. So we agree on, we're 3 for 3. This is where our paths split a little bit. Hamnet, Jessica Buckley, Jessie B. Performance of the year, I think even more so than Leo for Best Actor. I think she was just a tour de force.
Yeah.
This one left me in a puddle. I was weeping like a baby.
I could not stop. I mean, the tears were coming from deep inside.
Yeah, it was like one of those ugly cries. Ugly cries.
Yeah. But she was so powerful, and she had to do such difficult scenes.
Everybody,
even the way the movie ended.
Paul Mescal, incredible.
He was incredible too.
And the actors that played the younger and older version of Hamnet. Here's a little trivia for you. Actual brothers in real life.
Oh, yeah. That was great. That was great trivia.
Yeah. I remember.
That was great trivia. See, is that what Letterboxd does or?
IMDb.
IMDb. That's right.
That's
we
what
love
we're going
reading
for.
the trivia.
That's what we're going for.
That's why we added it to RateGame.
Yeah. All right. So that was best. Oh, so do we want to talk about your best actress? Because I think she was also deserving.
I absolutely love Rose Byrne. She's one of my favorite actresses.
If I had legs, I would kick you.
She is in everything she plays. She's such a delight to watch.
Really, really, I would say taboo subject that they cover.
This movie took Nick and I by total surprise. We were not expecting.
You want to talk about anxiety and just like
it's
like one of those movies that you watch once and never again.
Because
of how
and she did. She did such an incredible job. She was so and interesting. They filmed it in about like 17 days. Something days. Very
another IMDb trivia for you.
Yeah, and she was amazing. The level of anxiety, exhaustion, everything was just beyond. She was captivating. And I love her I just love her in general, and I love her in the show with
Seth Rogen.
I forget their show, but they're best friends and they have all these little adventures. It's such a good show.
Yeah. I was watching that with you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea, but I think Jessica Buckley will definitely get it. We'll see. I think Rose Byrne's certainly worthy. This next one, we talked about it. Senor Mother effing Lockjaw, Sean Penn, hands down. I think he already won kind of like the 2 precursor awards to this at the Golden Globes. And then I think the SAG-AFTRA, which they renamed the Actor Awards. You're not fooling anybody there. But I think he wins hands down. And then Best Supporting Actor. So this one was a shot in the dark. The only movie I saw, usually the criteria here for us is we got to watch it in order to have a pick. The only one I saw was Weapons, and Amy Madigan, who actually also won the precursor. I think it was at the Actor Awards. She won for weapons. She was really disturbing. This was I thought was going to be a lot scarier than it was. So for any of you movie goers out there or movie watchers that were afraid to see this one, don't be afraid. It's not that scary.
And
you went with Elle Fanning.
I didn't get to watch Sentimental Value yet because it's not free yet on streaming. So hopefully it'll be free in a couple days. But I just like Elle Fanning in general. I like the Fanning sisters. I like Dakota as well.
Oh yeah, where's she been?
She was on a show recently that was really disturbing as well.
Okay.
But Elle Fanning, I like her, and I think I watched a movie called 20th Century Women, and she was great in it. And the movie itself, I thought, was so good. It's one of those, it's one of those movies that it's not, action packed. It's not, there's not anxiety or anything. It's just life and how these women at certain ages in their life. It's like a young woman, Elle Fanning, a mid 20s, 30s woman, and then an older mom, and how they are experiencing life and as women and all these different things. And I thought Elle was great, and I just like her, so I picked her.
Are they friends in the movie or not?
Yeah, they all live in like a house together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are our picks. I really hope One Battle After Another gets some sort of award, either Best Picture or Leo gets Best Actor. Or Sean Penn. I got to see at least one of those or Best Director, Pauly T.
I'd love a clean sweep, but I know
I'd love a clean sweep. It's not going to happen.
What I would hate, and this is going to be, I hope, not controversial, but it's just like I couldn't even sit through this movie, man. Sinners. If Sinners like starts to, because I see it starting to get steam here on the conversation and the stupid prediction stuff. The case to be made for Sinners as a musical. In the Best Picture, what are we doing here, people?
I didn't even watch it.
I told her not to watch it because it's it's almost like they kind of baited and switched you. They kind of did this huge character creation and study and build up.
It makes me wonder imagine Marty Supreme turned into a musical.
I know. It's like, and then all of a sudden it's like the last final scene is a full out dance number. And now it's looking like Michael B. Jordan is like the dark horse here to win Best Actor, and then Sinners might be the dark horse to win Best Picture, which is like what?
One Battle was so good.
One Battle was so good. One Battle, and at first it was One Battle versus Marty Supreme. No, absolutely not. I was never ever in that camp. I was super let down by Marty Supreme. I also felt I got duped by that.
Yeah.
Because everybody was just
I didn't need to watch it in theaters.
Yeah. And we saw that on Christmas.
Yeah. It's expensive.
So anyway, that's our picks. We'll see how we did tomorrow because we'll be back here. A little bit earlier tomorrow because it's Monday. But thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Play the outro.
Happy Selection Sunday.
Happy Selection Sunday.